Welcome to a Soma live art presentation and guided meditation journey. Soma live art is a channeled vibration, a portal into a higher dimension of being. As you are gazing into this live art right now, allow your intuition to reveal to you a portal. A portal is an entrance into a higher realm of consciousness. Each Soma live art has a portal waiting for you to enter through. So slowly take 3 deep breaths in. Relax your body, and the portal will reveal itself to you. And don't second guess yourself, just jump right in. You have arrived. To receive a healing today, keep your focus on the portal. Take 1 more deep breath in and hold for 3 seconds and release. And this will expand your consciousness and prepare you for today's journey. And now close your eyes. The Soma live art that you were gazing at is called the cube. So your eyes are closed. In your mind's eye, I would like for you to picture yourself inside an ultra-modern glass dome house. Ultra-modern because you are now 2 lifetimes ahead of your current lifetime. And looking outside the glass that totally surrounds you, you see a beautiful garden that is full of vegetables, plants, and lots of very interesting and exotic looking trees and flowers. You are completely self-sufficient. Actually, this glass home has a controlled temperature and state-of-the-art computer systems which collect all the power you could ever need from the sun. And inside the glass house is a section where beautiful fruit plants, they are growing up to the sun. Now how convenient is that? And if you touch the glass walls anywhere and think of a question, the answer immediately appears written on the glass and then vanishes right after you read it. And the kitchen has a glass island, and when you touch it, it reads, "What temperature do you require?" And if you so much as think of your required temperature, a red hot circle appears, the exact size of your pot. And facing the east, there is a bed that is suspended in the air. It's dressed in white cotton duvet and it looks very inviting and fluffy. And you notice the glass frame has temperature control, music, or swinging in the breeze settings when you touch it. This glass house is so clean and pristine, and the glass is so bright. You can even see chakra colors bouncing off the glass. But the best thing about this moment in time is the peace and sincere tranquility that you are feeling here right now. Not one negative thought has entered your mind since you arrived in your future life. It is quite refreshing. And you feel very happy and content, inside and out, just to be here. When you think about it, life circumstances have come a long way since you were living back in the year 2024, where there was so much chaos in the world back then. You even wonder to yourself how humanity ever made it through. And suddenly you have a strong desire to go outside and visit your garden. And you no sooner think that thought than a door appears and opens for you. And stepping outside, you immediately feel the warm breeze. And you notice the scent of the flowers uplifting your spirits even more. What a piece of heaven the world is now. And walking through the garden, you notice lots of vegetables that you don't even recognize, and some very interesting colors. And little hummingbirds are feeding on large open flowers. And there are musical chimes hanging from the trees, blowing in the breeze. And you bend down and pluck a juicy plum. How sweet and flavorful it tastes. And you are smiling as you follow the garden path along. And at the end of the garden, you come across an 8-foot-tall glass cube. And looking inside, you see a glass chair and a panel of instruments. And you think to yourself, I would really like to go inside and check that out. And immediately after that thought, a door appears on the side of the cube, so you walk in. And sitting down on the comfortable chair, you notice the temperature is very pleasant inside this cube. And the smell inside is very fresh and clean. And you put your hand on the front glass panel, and to your surprise, it reads, "Where would you like to go? And what year would you be traveling to?" And then a thought enters your mind. Would be nice to go back to 2024 and visit my hometown again. Actually, I would love to bring this technology of peace and sustainable living back with me to share with my family and friends. If I could only time travel. You no sooner finish thinking that when your cube effortlessly ascends into the sky. Higher and higher, until you can't see anything below you. And then all of a sudden you are surrounded by a soft pink sky. The pink sky is so peaceful. and somehow makes you feel even more relaxed. It feels like you're captured by this gentle softness. You have no sense of time whatsoever now. You just feel very peaceful and very happy. And then, in a blink of an eye, your cube starts to descend. And now you can see so much blue and green landscapes. And very gently, like a feather, your cube lands inside a forest. And then the cube door opens. And stepping out, you notice that this forest seems very familiar to you. And that is because it is close to where you used to live back in the day. And as you start to walk through the familiar forest, you turn around to look back at your cube and you say, telepathically of course, "Don't leave. I won't be long. I just want to share some wisdom with my friends and family, and then I'll be right back. I know I don't belong here in 2024 anymore, but I just want to uplift some spirits." And then you laugh out loud because you really do believe in spirits now. Plus, you are relieved to know there is no such thing as death. And there is such a thing as time travel. You know that firsthand now. And walking down the forest path, you look back one more time just to check on your cube. But you can barely see it as it blends right in with the trees. Being glass, of course. And you come out of the forest to make your way back home. And you might take a bus or a car or bike or walk if you like. Whichever way you choose your transportation. It will effortlessly appear for you now. And about a mile from your home, you stop. A dear friend of yours is on the street. So you stop to talk to them. Because you are so enthusiastic about sharing, of course. So you walk right up to them and immediately you start to tell them about your future life from where you just came and how you live in such a majestic, beautiful place and how happy and healthy you feel. And there's no such thing as death. And you stop just to take a breath and look into your friend's eyes to see their reaction from all your enthusiasm. And you can see that they must not believe a word you're saying. They kind of have a blank stare. And then they just casually walk away from you without saying a single word. It's almost as if they didn't know you. You're kind of feeling a little hurt by this reaction. And then it dawns on you, of course they don't recognize me because they probably can't even see me. Maybe because my future self doesn't vibrate at this low frequency anymore. So you decide to sit on a nearby bench and contemplate this. And watching people passing by you, you wave just to test out your theory. Yep, nobody waves back. You are invisible to them. Wow, this is so cool, but unnerving at the same time. And your old ego self is trying to find its sense of self. You feel a little overwhelmed, like you're all alone. And then you feel something sniffing your leg. And you look down, and a cute, medium-sized brown dog is sniffing your leg. A sense of joy rises up in you. You are being recognized. And the dog sits down right beside you. And you instinctively reach down and pat its cute little head. And he looks up at you adoringly. Wow, so dogs can see. They can see you. Or maybe they can't see you, but they can feel your energy. Anyway, you're really enjoying this feeling of being recognized. It seems to satisfy your ego for a moment. But just like that, the dog gets up and follows a lady walking down the sidewalk. And you watch the dog, longing for him to turn and take one more look your way. And he does. He really does love you, you think to yourself. And that really uplifts your spirits. And you start to contemplate whether to make your way to your old home or not. After all, how strange it will be not to be seen or recognized by your family. You feel a little disappointed, as you wanted to make a difference, to uplift them, to give them hope for a better future. And then to your surprise, a young man sits down on the bench beside you. So you stay a little longer. And you notice he is talking on his cell phone. He seems to be getting really agitated and upset. And you can tell he's trying to manipulate another person on the phone to get something that he wants. And you can see his energy field is really spiky and full of red and gray energy bolts. And you watch and listen for a few minutes. And you can feel his frustration. And then you say to yourself, that's enough. And you get up from the bench. And you've had enough of this old lifetime. No point to try to find your old house and family. No one will be able to listen to your inspiration anyway. So you get up and start to walk back to your choice of transportation. You only want to get back to the forest now. You want to go home. So using the same transportation you took to get there, you make your way back to your familiar forest. To go back to the future where life is so peaceful and sweet, and where your ego is put to rest. And you remember now, the energy is very dense in 2024. People are so in their heads. The ego is rampant. And so many people walking around on their cell phones. So much lack of empathy and lack of kindness for each other. It's all so unhealthy for their spirit, and it feeds right into their dominating egos, which are focused on fear and destruction. If only they could see the future is bright and loving and the ego is put to rest. Yes, you say to yourself, I no longer belong here. And somehow I've graduated. I don't know or remember how, but somehow I have evolved. And I'm so glad I did. And there's the forest just up ahead of you now. And as you walk down the path, your joy turns to panic. You really don't remember what tree you left your cube under. And you remember how hard it was to see it amongst the trees. Oh no, imagine being lost and stuck here again. I really don't belong here, you say to yourself. And you feel your body starting to tense up. And then you remember. You remember who you really are. You're not this fear. This is just something you collected here. So you stop, take a deep breath in, go deep inside you, where your spirit self resides, and connect with the future you again. This panic is not you. This was the old you from lifetimes ago. Wow, the frequency here can really drag you down fast, you think to yourself. And from deep inside you, you find your sweet inner peace. And your body immediately responds. Now you're feeling calm and at peace again. And you remember your glass house and your beautiful garden. And you remember that you only need to think of what you want for it to appear or manifest right in front of you. And you remember that love leads the way. Love, peace, respect, and always a strong sense of gratitude. And you feel your body suddenly calmer, and you feel peaceful and content once again. And from that place, you hear yourself saying, Cube, show me the way back to you. And you feel yourself full of gratitude. And you continue to walk, staying in the moment, enjoying each step you take, aware of all the wonderful trees and plants that surround you. You are feeling ever so light and happy. And then you see it. The sun is shining on your cube, lighting up all the chakra colors for you to easily see. And you laugh and dance all the way to your beautiful cube. And when you get there, the door opens and you hop right in. And the panel on the cube lights up and says, "Where would you like to go now?" And you yell in your head with such enthusiasm, "Home, please." No, wait, not yet. I want you to take me once around the earth so that I can send my love and light vibration to all the people of the earth in the year 2024. just once around so I can help all the people of the world through my eternal, timeless light. Help them to make a shift into a higher dimension of consciousness. Yes, I must share the light, share the wisdom before I go back home, please. And with that last thought, the little cube took up into the sky, the beautiful blue sky. And looking down through the bottom of the glass cube, you are smiling and you're sharing your beams of light, sharing your little hearts of love and your huge sense of gratitude, which are like sparkles of light raining down on the planet to all inhabitants of Earth, every last one of them. No one is excluded. And you are loving your life, every single moment of it. And after you've completed the circle, circling the entire planet, you notice outside your cube that beautiful pink fog, that pink sky again. And it makes you so happy. It brings you a sigh of relief. You feel it. You are nearly home again. And in a blink of an eye, your cube gently lands back in your wonderful garden. And the door of the cube opens, and you waste no time stepping out. To your utter surprise, the dog you saw beside your bench at the park runs to greet you. And you instantly bend down to pat him. "Wow, so good to see you, boy," you say. "How the heck did you get back here?" you ask him. And the dog, looking up at you with his big brown eyes, says, telepathically of course, "I am in many lifetimes at the same time as you are too. But I always show up for you, always, just to let you know that you are safe and never alone. We have been together for countless lifetimes." "Wow," you say. "Well then, I'm going to name you my Guru." Guru being a pet name for true teacher. And as the two of you walk back through the garden, you feel so happy to be back in this beautiful place where you feel at home again. The sun is shining, making you feel so warm and content. And you decide to sit in a cute chair in the middle of the garden with Guru. And sitting there, you contemplate, maybe there is an aspect of me that is still back on Earth right now, as there's no such thing as time, according to my Guru. And maybe, just maybe, I might have made it a little easier for myself too, to ascend to this lifetime when I did all that world healing today. And maybe, just maybe, me and Guru have the good fortune to be living here now because I spread all of that love. I think sharing one's love and light is the secret to our future happiness. And you feel Guru's put his head on your lap, and you both smile at the epiphany of it all. And now slowly coming back into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, and slowly opening your eyes. As you are gazing once again upon this Soma Live art presentation, give a prayer of gratitude to the portal that led you into the cube. So until the next time, take a deep breath in, smile. Your journey today is now complete. May the love in my heart go from me to you.